it bothered me that people would think automatically that someone is out to get this young black man versus it being him versus him. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, I'm from Washington DC, and today I will talk about Jelani Day. And as far as what I do, yes, a lot of people do it. You know, a lot of people report on various things, missing person cases, homicides, and things like that. And I feel like a lot of people jump the gun and say things. There weren't many facts about the circumstances on Jelani Day, and there still isn't. We can't X out certain things as possibilities. We can't say for sure what has happened to this young man, but I do like to wait just for the sake of seeing how everything plays out. And now there is a lot for me to talk about, a lot for me to cover for you guys, you know. So let's get into it. Jelani Day was reported missing on August 25th, 2021. He was last seen on a security camera at a dispensary the day before on August 24th. His car was seen at this dispensary as well. So Jelani Day is a Illinois State University graduate student. Jelani Day graduated top of his class with a degree on speech pathology from the Alabama Architectural and Mechanical University in 2018. He was a aspiring medical doctor, and I believe I heard it somewhere that he was going to be the first in his family to become a doctor, which of course would have made his mother proud and his family. So just 2 days after Jelani was reported missing, his car was found. And Jelani's car was found in a heavily wooded area. It was concealed with a lot of branches and things like that. And for a month and a half, I want to say maybe a month and some change, Jelani's case was completely cold. His mother and his family were advocating as much as they could, but they realized how hard it would be to get his story out there, to get people to talk about it, to get it to become nationwide or worldwide news. So August 26th, his car was found concealed, and August 27th, it was announced that his car was found. After his car was found, there was complete silence. Nobody could find him. The police couldn't locate his very, very last moments. They didn't understand or know how the car even got there. And the questions continue. From August 27th to September 4th, there was nothing. But on Saturday, September 4th, a unidentified body was found along the south bank of the Illinois River. That's about a mile from where Jelani's car was found. From that point on September 4th, September 6th, the state police collected Jelani's family's DNA to compare it to the body that they found on September 4th. All things take time. From September 6th to the 23rd of September. On September 23rd, authorities announced that the body that was found on September 4th was Jelani Day. In this situation, they used his dental records, and they also used the DNA that they collected to make this conclusion. The toxicology report of Jelani Day stated that he had caffeine in his system, nicotine, and also marijuana. All three are legal substances, and the toxicology report stated that none of them were lethal or significant amounts to cause any type of internal harm to Jelani. to cause like a overdose, or he's quite young but it happens, a heart attack, etc. And I think in watching everything go down and how everybody reacted when news first broke that it was Jelani, everybody jumped to a hate crime. You know, everybody jumped to a hate crime, and that kind of made me feel uncomfortable because you never know how a person's life is for real. I don't want to X out anything that is a possibility still. And the pressures of becoming a doctor, the pressures of being the first in a family to do X, Y, and Z, anything. The pressures of coming from the late 90s and wanting to prove yourself and wanting to be the best. Sometimes you can be the best for other people, but you can't be the best for yourself. And it bothered me that people would think automatically that someone is out to get this young black man versus it being him versus him. That's a huge possibility for anybody that's under that amount of pressure. And I don't like to just say it's one thing and then it come out that it's something else, and then you definitely don't believe that. Nobody knows how he got into that river. Nobody knows the exact day. It doesn't make sense, but I feel like that's why you can't say that it's one thing without saying what the other possibilities could be. Just because racial profiling and hate crimes are happening a lot, it doesn't mean that it has happened in this case. Now that we've talked about the possibility of Jelani Day's death being a suicide, let's talk about the possibility of his death being the result of a hate crime. First, I wanted to look at the statistics of hate crimes in the Midwest area, and specifically hate crimes in the surrounding area of Illinois as well as Illinois. Now, what I found was the FBI's annual Hate Crimes Statistics Act report revealed a 45% increase of hate crimes in the Midwest area. And this data is from last year as well as this year compared to 2019 and 2018. Indiana is in the lead with the highest increase of hate crimes of over 115%. And when I think about it, Indiana is almost 3 to 4 hours away from Illinois. It'd be nothing for somebody from a neighboring town, a neighboring state, to come down to Illinois with a very sick plan. It has happened before. Looking at how he was moving shortly before his disappearance, he was alone. He was running errands. And honestly, that's the perfect time for a sicko to strike. The hiding of the car, though, it seems suspicious, but maybe not in the way that everybody else is thinking. If it wholeheartedly was a hate crime, why would a person that's racist go to the lengths of hiding what they did? Of hiding the car and dumping him in the river? When I think of a hate crime, I think of a attack of some sort being out in the open, or the end result of the attack being displayed for all to see rather than be hidden and concealed. There is other cases that I've came by where people have set up their own disappearance, and I'm not saying that this is what happened, but it is a huge possibility that I keep going back to. But what I do want to say is keeping it very hopeful. I would hate to think that somebody would do this to such a promising young man, but that has happened recently, so it would not shock me if this is ruled as a hate crime, and it would not shock me if this does get concluded as a suicide. I think that somebody coming to terms with ending their own life is better than somebody else, a stranger, making that decision for you. And maybe the family and society won't believe it, you know what I'm saying, or won't even think of it as a possibility, because in our community we don't talk about how alone we feel. We don't talk about how much stress we put on ourselves. We don't talk about how much stress, most of all, our family puts on us. It's a lot that the world didn't know about Jelani, and it's a lot that maybe his family didn't know either. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's something that would be hard to accept. But we as individuals are in charge of our own lives, and most of us, to get through hard times, we talk to ourselves. And not only do we talk to ourselves, but we have loud consciences, you know? We have very loud consciences. A lot of times in the black community, if a person commits suicide, the questions are, why would they do that? No, I can't believe that they did that. And in families in general, some families cannot come to terms with that. But the strongest people are fighting battles within themselves, you know? It's not easy to be the first in a family to do anything. It's not easy to be the first to succeed. It's very easy to put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you realize marijuana can't help you with that. Any type of substance, nicotine, especially things like marijuana and alcohol, it won't solve your problems. It'll only make you run away from it. It won't stop you from thinking about all you have to do, all you have to accomplish. It will not stop the stress. You gotta know that about those substances. None of us know where he was mentally, so I'm thinking about the person that is Jelani Day. You know, I'm thinking about a person that was born in the late 90s. A person that has a lot of siblings with possibly a lot of different personalities, having a mom that depends on you, not wanting to fail. All of that is what I'm thinking about, and is what I consider when talking about the possibilities. It's a lot that comes out of a person, but it's a lot that they do not say. It's a lot of information or things that you learn about a person, but it's a lot of things that you don't know and you will never know, you know? And I hope that for his mother's sake that she can come to terms with whatever decision it is, because it doesn't change the fact of her son losing his life. Whether it was due to him ending this battle of life himself or somebody ending it for him, I want that conclusion to be known. But it's like, people gotta take it. If the FBI come out with something, people still say it's a lie. People still want it to be worked on as this or that, you know? So it'll never rest if the family doesn't come to peace with it, and if society doesn't come to peace with it. If it's not a hate crime, you can't necessarily that what is concluded is not the truth, you know? I'm hoping for peace for his mother, for his family, and for better days, you know? It's your girl, B. Octavia. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all in my next video.